Hey guys, welcome back to my channel. I'm Amy Yvan, and today I'm going to be using some new products I have not used before. Now I think these are just new to me. I don't think any of these are like brand spanking new, but I'm also not entirely sure. So to get started, I do have so some of these, by the way, are sample sizes and some of these are full-size products. I don't know what everybody's deal is with not wanting to use sample size stuff. Like, how you know you like something? Like, if you don't want to use samples, you know what I mean? Like, I'm not going to waste my full money on something, especially like a foundation that might just totally break me out or something without being able to try it out first. You know what I mean? So this is the Hey Honey Trick and Treat CC Active Moisturizing Cream with honey and propolis. That's not how you say it. But it just looks like this. This is in the shade light to medium. I don't love the shade ranges in CC creams, most CC creams, just because I feel like you don't really get to choose your varying undertone, and a lot of times they don't go fair enough and they don't go deep enough, so it's just not really a big, like, inclusive kind of thing. However, I think more of them are becoming more like that. So I used to use IT Cosmetics CC cream, like, religiously for a while. That one and the Super Goop one is pretty much the only ones I've ever found that I really kind of liked and went okay with my skin. So we're going to try this out, and the way I apply my CC cream is pretty much the same way I apply any type of whatever on my face. And I'm just going to put some on the back of my hand. And this is pretty much like the same exact consistency as the IT Cosmetics one. It's kind of thick, kind of creamy. I feel like this is gonna match my skin pretty well, but I don't know if it's gonna match my undertone very well because it seems to be a little pinker than I am. But you know what? The coverage on this is actually really good to be a CC cream. This actually reminds me a lot of the IT Cosmetics CC cream. Now this really does not match my undertone very well at all. I don't really know how to show you guys on camera because it just doesn't pick up very well, but my undertone is much more yellow than you can really see on camera. I have a very, very yellow warm undertone, and this is very much more pinky. So if they had a range with varying undertones, then I would very much consider getting a full size of that. I'm going to take this YC Collection matte bronzer in the shade Caramello. Now, I have swatched this before, but I don't remember if I've ever used it or not, honestly. I feel like I may have tried it, but I don't know. But because I didn't have a new concealer or brow product to try, I just went ahead and did that off camera. Alright, the next thing we're going to try is from the Balm Cosmetics, and it is called Will Powder. And it is just this really purpley pink blush. It's really pretty, so I'm not sure how pigmented this is going to be, so I'm going to go in pretty light with that. Oh. Okay. This really kind of looks like a natural flush. It's just a little on the pinkier side of a natural flush. So moving on, I'm going to be trying this Ariza Beauty Astral Amethyst Shimmer Eyeshadow. It is a little quad eyeshadow like this. Now, I did swatch these, but I have never actually used Ariza's eyeshadows before. But let's see, does it have shade names on it? So this does not have shade names on it, but I am just going to swatch it on the back of my hand real quick. So that's like a purpley brown. This one is just like a purple. I don't know if you can see that pink one that I first did. And this one, so they all have like really purpley undertones. So let's see how this is going to look. I'm just going to take that pinky kind of shade and pop that into my crease. So far that doesn't really look like much of anything on the eye. Let's take that brown. Let's just do a simple eye look with this. But I'm not really sure how I feel about these. They're very light. which, you know, may be good for somebody that doesn't like strong eyeshadow looks. But if you've seen any amount of my videos, you know how I do. So for one, they are blending well, but the pigmentation is so light that it's just hardly, it just looks really like a wash of color. I'm gonna put a second layer of this color on. I'm gonna go in with that purpley shade on top of this one just to see if I can kind of build this up more, because it doesn't seem to be incredibly buildable. Now this gave it a little more saturation when I put this on top of the other one, but it definitely seemed like that brown should have been a little darker than this. So I'm gonna take that last amber kind of shade and just put that lightly in the front. So I don't think these eyeshadows are bad, but they are not very pigmented. Like I said, if you're a beginner with makeup and you want to have something that looks pretty strong like this, how they look, but it kind of just gives you a wash of those colors, then this might be something that's right up your alley. But in my opinion, I would not pay a lot for a full-size eyeshadow palette from them if this is the quality, you know what I mean? Because this is comparable to drugstore. So the next thing we're going to try is the Maybelline Master Precise Ink Metallic in the shade Violet Nova. And it just looks like this. And this is just a liquid eyeliner with a felt tip, if I can get it out. Now I have used Maybelline's felt tip liners like these before. And what really made me want to try this is just the shade. It's just like a really pretty sparkly kind of purple that I don't really see anywhere. So this is the tip. It's actually, is this a brush? Oh no, so it is a felt tip. It's really like violet silvery. So hopefully it'll go with this eye look. So this definitely looks more silver on the eye than it does violet, in my opinion. This would probably show up better if I didn't use such a dark eyeshadow on my eyes. But honestly, went on really well. It's not dry at all, and it is somewhat metallic, I guess you could say. Alright, so the next product is from Item Beauty, and I'm not gonna lie, I did not love the packaging that this came in. I wish I had saved it, but it almost looked like a Ziploc bag that it came in. It looked like something you order off a Wish or something, honestly. Just did not find that to be appealing. It looked cheap in my opinion. And the actual, I have fingerprints all over this now. The actual tube looks like this, and I don't know, like the actual like font and everything else, just nothing was appealing about this to me. So I don't know if I'm gonna like this very much or not. This is called Lash Snack Lengthening Mascara, and the shade is Midnight Mood. Oh wow. Okay, so the wand is actually okay. It's a little bit tiny. It's got those little plasticky bristles. So this looks like it'd be really good for your lower lash line, but I don't know about your upper lash line or not. Let's see. Okay, so after one coat, that actually looks kind of nice. So I guess the product is better than the packaging itself, but you guys, I'm so surprised right now by the quality of this mascara. It actually looks super good. But I mean, just being honest with you guys, the packaging that this came in really made me not excited at all to try it. It just didn't. It looked very cheap. Like I said, it looked like something you order off a Wish. I really wish I had kept it. I don't know why I threw it out. That little brush really helps to get in every little nook and cranny of your lashes. Can you see how, like full they look? And they do look a little lengthened. Like, for some reason, see, I feel like I have fairly long lashes to begin with, but I feel like some mascaras can make my eyelashes look a little stubbier than they're supposed to, or what they do originally before I put it on. And I feel like some of them bring out the actual length of my lashes, and this one feels like it definitely brought out the true length of my lashes. I'm trying to turn to the side where you can see it a little better. And I'm just really surprised by it. Just really am. Okay, so I think the last thing, is this the last thing? The last thing I got was this Sephora Color Enhancing Lip Oil. Now, what made me get this is, my fingerprints are all over this too, is that the one that Clinique has, or I don't know if they still make it or not, but it's called like Black Honey or something like that. It's something really similar to this, but they did have other shades in this, I do believe. This one is in the shade Peach Berry, and it's actually the literal color of this container. So it's supposed to like match to your pH, but in like a berrier kind of shade. More berry. More berry? So you can see how berry that looks now upon putting it on my skin when you first put it on, and then when you let it kind of set for a second. So I thought that would kind of go with this eyeshadow a little better. By the way, you guys are going to have to excuse my hair because it has been just steadily drizzling outside for 2 days, and it's just frizzier than all get out, and there's nothing I can do about it. Okay, so I feel like this did make like a really pretty, like berry pink shade, which I really do like. But it does smell really good. It smells like blackberries, which I love blackberries. It smells really, really good. And it is very, very soft. So that's a win in my book. I don't think anything is necessarily not a winner. I just think the eyeshadows should probably, you know, be a little more pigmented. It does seem just like drugstore eyeshadow quality to me. And the blush, I really like. I think it looks good. I think all these colors of the things I had chose went well together, except the eyeliner was a little bit different than what I expected in terms of what the color was going to come out to be. It looks a little more silver than this right here. And so, like I said, it's a little metallic-y, but it's not really, it doesn't look metallic-y enough to really be metallic, you know what I mean? So the very last thing, sorry I forgot, is the Ofra highlighter in the shade Blissful. And it just looks like this. And she looks really pretty. She looks like she's gonna go with this look pretty well. Ooh. So she's very blindy. Let's get a highlighting brush out of here. So I think what I'm going to do is I'm going to use a tapered highlighting brush on one side so you can see a light application of it, and then a more dense. Really, this looks really pretty though. Like I shouldn't do the dense one, but I'm gonna. That is very pretty. And then we're going to do a more dense one using my, here it is, my Luxie one. Get some on there. Oh yeah. That looks like, ooh, that's pretty. Now I'm going to do it to both sides. That looks very pretty. So I really like the undertone to this one. It's kind of hard to explain because it almost looks kind of pink, but not at the same time. Like, I don't know how to explain it. It's not pink, but it's just the reflective property of it does have kind of like that vibe to it. I don't know how to explain it. But I'll be darned if it's not very pretty. That's very, 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 very pretty. Alright, so that is all for this look. I'm pretty sure that is all the products now. But I have a few new videos that are going to be coming in the month of December that I'm really excited to do, because I have, for one, a big boxy pop-up that's coming. I got a lot of crap this year, and I gotta wait on all of those to come in, because that was in like the beginning of November-ish, and they don't ship them out till like throughout December. So I'm really excited to get those, but I'm gonna wait till they all come in at once before I do an unboxing of it. and I have a couple other videos of some things I've got that I'm waiting to get that I'm gonna do for you guys. So make sure you subscribe if you don't want to miss those, and make sure you just subscribe anyways, because why not? And I post every Tuesday and Thursday, and I'll see you guys next time. Bye!